I know they're gonna come for me like they always do. America is overrated. Go Google that word. America is overrated. I know it's some people's dreams to come to this country. Wow, it's some people's dream. Wow, some of our dream is to leave this country.
Hi, lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to Building the Verse. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
Having money in America and having money in Africa is two different type of I got money. People in Africa, they really got money, okay? They really got money. You could own a car here, you could own a house here, you could own every technical device, an iPhone, a MacBook, you could own all that shit. But where's the receipt proving that you actually own that shit? And I mean like you paid for it cash. Majority of the things here in the US, cars, houses, big shit, like expensive ass shit, don't nobody really own that shit. Everybody's making payments on that. In Africa, they own that. They pay for it cash. There's no such thing as a down payment for this. There's no such thing as monthly payments for that. Everything is owned. Like they own that shit, okay? They paid for it cash. It's a different type of I got money over there. You see somebody with a big ass house, just know they bought that land, they built that house brick by brick, cash money, bitch. Like cash. Cash, okay? You see somebody with an iPhone, they not making payments on that iPhone. They own that shit. They went and bought it cash. You see somebody with a 2025, they own that shit. They paid for that cash. They don't have none of that. Like what we got over here, mortgage payment, they don't have that. Everything is paid for cash. That's where the real money is at, bitch. They got money over there. You cannot go over there and try to flex that like you know you got that US money, bitch. They got it over there. They got it. You see somebody with a big ass house, you go to their house, just know they own that. They not making no mortgage payments, but you try to explain that to them, they gonna be like, ugh, oh, you poor. Some of y'all might be like, well, it's Africa. Things are not even that expensive. It's equivalent to what we pay here. There are literally lands and houses that cost $500,000, $1 million. They got $1 million homes that people paid cash for. Like, bro, when you, oh my God, like it's crazy to even think about this, but listen, you see somebody over there and they got their house, they got their car, like you need to be like, wow, because they own that. They own that. Like they not making payments on it. They own it. Like they own it. It's theirs. It's a different type of I got money over there for real. They got money. They got money, okay? It don't matter how small the house is. If they own the land and they got a house on that land, they got more money than you because they own that shit. They pay for that cash money and built that brick by brick. They got more money than us, bitch, for real. Having
That's it. Take me to Charlotte. I'm done with this one. How will somebody be working and all your money will be going on bills? You will not even have $100 to save. Nobody told me this part about America. Oh. When you go on social media, you see people living flashy life. And those flashy life, you will not even know that it's credit card though, that is helping their life. If it's sick small like this, you go to the hospital, they will give you a bill of $5,000, $10, $10,000. Your money is gone. You have an issue with your car, they will be charging you $10,000. Everything in America is expensive. Nobody told me about this part about America. Oh. They say America is good. America is all rosy. Now lie. Now lie. Now while I want killers for this country. You walk. $100 you cannot save. I am done with this country. Children, you people should come. Oh. We are done. Oh. Let's go. Come, my children. Let's go. Come. Let's go. We are done with this country. Let's go. All right, come. Let's go. Ah.
People in West Africa are starting to live better than people in the Western world. Now, I'm not talking about everybody, but I'm talking about if you're well to do, if you're doing pretty good in your life, it's better to be doing really well in Africa than it is to be in America. Now, I'm currently in America, and it's like a little bit of a culture shock coming back from Africa because when you come here, you're around people who, on paper, they're very successful, rich, and all that. But all these people are drowning in debt. They got a nice car, but they don't own it. They've got a lease on it. They may say that they own a house, but they kind of do, but they have a huge mortgage on it. But in Africa, people own everything outright. And what does this lead to, like, in day-to-day life? Well, when you know someone who's well-to-do in Africa, they're a lot more relaxed. They feel like they can go on trips with you. They're a lot more generous. People here, even though they may have a lot of money on paper in America, the second they let their foot off the gas, the second they stop hustling, those bills will catch up on them really quick. And it shows like kind of why I feel West Africa is the future, because here people are putting up an appearance of being rich, well-to-do, but it's fueled by debt and it's fueled by them working two jobs. Husband and wife are both working high-paying jobs, 50 hours a week each, and doing all of that to just create this facade. Whereas in West Africa, once these guys have made it, they're living good lives. They're having that balance in life, and they're not killing themselves. So I think long term, who am I betting on? I'm betting on the lifestyle of West Africa.
I'd rather be broke in Africa than I would ever be broke in America. Okay, hear me out. First of all, when you broke in America, you broke. You motherfucking next level broke, okay? You broke until payday, broke until I don't know when I'm gonna be able to have money to pay my next bill. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about these kids' school club. I don't know how I'm gonna pay this water bill. All the lights gonna get shut off. That kind of broke. But when you broke in Africa, it's a motherfucking peaceful broke. You don't got nothing to worry about. You ain't worried about nothing. Electric's only $20. In some places, you ain't pay rent once a year. If you're here in Kenya, you pay rent monthly, but it ain't even up to that much as it is in the USA. So when you broke over in Africa, it's a peaceful kind of broke. In Africa, as soon as you go outside, you didn't forgot you was even broke. Like, you could be broke and still look good. Nails be only $10. Hair be only $10. Motherfuckers won't even know you broke in Africa. But America, they know when you broke. You down bad and begging broke. Ooh, honey, I don't see how y'all do it in America, honey. I can't do it. I can't do it, honey. I'd rather be broke in Africa than broke in America. Some of y'all wonder, like, what am I do if I ever move over to Africa? How I'm gonna get a job? Where I'm gonna get my income from? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that shit. Just come to Africa. Come to Africa broke. Figure it out later on, okay? Figure it out when you get over here. Just come to Africa. Come here broke. Let your ass go broke in America. They gonna send an eviction notice on your door in 24 motherfucking hours, okay? How the fuck you gonna pay that $2,000, $3,000 rent? If you gonna be broke and you gonna be poor, at least be poor and broke in Africa. At least come to Africa. Since I've been here, I'm like, how are some people out here not wealthy and they're still happy? I see why now. It is actually a pleasure to be broke in Africa. Like, it's still peaceful. It's still motherfucking peaceful in Africa. Even when you're broke in Africa, it's a peaceful type of broke. You are still motivated. Trust me. In America, oh my God, you feel like you have to go to the mental hospital after about a month of being broke. After about 2 weeks of being broke in America. Out here, you can be broke for years and still be happy. Trust me.
Let's talk about living in America versus living in Uganda. Unless you're making over 300K a year, you're really one incident, one flat tire, one toothache, one pet bill away from being homeless and ruining your life. If you add up all the bills, we're talking about rent, power bill, gas bill, internet, car note, car insurance, paying for gas for your car. And we haven't even talked about buying food yet. We all know buying food is crazy right now. Most of you are one pet bill away from being on the streets. Now, since I've been in Uganda, I paid $1,000 USDs for 3 months in a one-bedroom nice apartment. And I'm telling you guys right now, this place I'm living in now in America is $2,000 a month, okay? We were the first ones to move into this place. This place just got built, and they only asked me for $300 a month. I've been here 30 days and I haven't needed for nothing. I can rest. I can go get food, real food. It's cheap. We spend about USDs. We probably spend about maybe $10 a day at the most. So I just been resting, eating, doing content. My rent is paid. And what they do is, what's a blessing is that they don't let you pay for 1 month of rent. They make you pay 3 months. So that $1,000 that you're paying in America for 1 month, you can get over here and get 3 months and get a peace of mind, eat some real food, and just enjoy yourself and rest. Also, the weather's like 70 degrees to like 85 degrees every day. There's no daylight saving time. Every day the sun goes down and comes up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So everything is it's great over here, great this way. So I would say you guys need to get your passports, start looking at tickets, and 1 month of income, you can live over here for like 3, 4, 5 months. So I don't know what you guys are waiting on. You guys need to at least come and visit, man, because I know America is so expensive. Everything is just off the charts right now. And I know a lot of y'all are trying to figure out ways to just basically keep your neck above water. America versus Uganda, the clear choice is what it is. 1 month of rent in America can give you 3 months of rent in Uganda in a place in like a condo. So it's a no-brainer. So get your passports. And if you got any questions, I'm here for you, man. I love Uganda. Like I said, the weather is good every day. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. I came with a bunch of hoodies because it was winter in America. The food is great. Like I said, I lost a lot of weight. If I want to travel, I can catch a boda. I don't know what you guys are waiting for. The people are cool. They know I'm different, but they still recognize me, say what's up, and I don't have no problems here at all. So let me know. If you got any questions, man, I'm here for you. But it's a no-brainer. Uganda is a good place to be and a safe place to be.
This African is very intelligent. Just listen to what she's saying and tell me if she's right or wrong.
Since I moved to Sweden, I've been hearing Africa poor, Africa poor, Africa poor. How is it that a nation that lives under credit is calling Africa poor? Don't bash me, I'm going to give you an example, okay? In Uganda, if you see someone walking around with the iPhone 12, they paid cash for it. If you see someone having a house, they built it cash. If you see someone driving a car, it's cash. Because in the world where I come from, if you don't have the money, then you can't buy. We don't have credit. Take example Sweden. I can go to a shop, get an iPhone 12, credit. House, credit. Car, credit. Everything is credit. Even underwear, you can get it on credit. So technically, if you lose your job, you lose everything and you can go to the streets, okay? In Uganda, if you lose your job, you get to keep everything. You'll just worry, where am I going to get money for school fees? Then it came to me like, how the hell the people who live in credit call people who pay cash poor?
If I didn't have no food, I could go to a mango tree right down the street from where I live and eat mangoes, bro. I could go to a well, there's real life a whole well. If I didn't have no water, I could go to this well right here and get water from it. You know, you can't do that in America. If you don't have no food or you don't have no water, nigga, you got to steal in America. Where's you gonna get water from? On bro grave, where's you gonna find water? Where's you gonna find vegetables, bro? Natural vegetables that's not genetically modified, bro. You wanna know how you can move to Africa, West Africa? Comment the word travel.
Having money in America and having money in Africa are two completely different realities. And I don't think most Americans, especially black Americans, really understand this. Because in America, we are conditioned to believe that having something automatically means you own it. You get a new car, you feel like you have made it. You close on a house, you feel successful. You upgrade your phone, you feel on top of the world. But here is the truth. Most of the time, you don't actually own any of it. In America, ownership is tied to debt. The house you live in, chances are you are making mortgage payments on it for the next 20 to 30 years. The car you drive, there is a high chance it's financed through a loan. Even the phone in your hand, most people are paying it off monthly on some installment plan. America has built a culture where I got it really means the bank let me borrow it and I will spend the next decade paying it back. Now, when you shift your eyes toward Africa, it's a completely different type of I got money. People in Africa who says they own something, they actually own it. They don't have that mentality of financing everything. That they don't take pride in debt like Americans do. They buy things cash straight up. You see a person in Africa with a house, they bought that land brick by brick and paid for every piece with their own money. No bank is standing behind them. No monthly statement is coming in the mail. There is their land, that is their house, and that is the real definition of wealth. Let's pause and think about that. Because in America, we confuse access to credit with wealth. Someone can walk around with an $80,000 car, $1 million house, and all the latest technology, and the reality is they are in debt up to their neck. They are one job loss, one medical bill, one emergency away from losing it all. The system is designed that way, but in Africa, if someone drives up in a brand new car, that is theirs. No bank owns a piece of it. No repo man is coming to knock on their door. Now, some of you might argue, well, things in Africa are cheaper. That is why they can buy them cash. Wrong. There are houses in Lagos, Accra, Nairobi, Johannesburg, and Kigali worth $500,000, worth $1 million, worth multi-millions, and people are paying cash for them. No mortgage, no down payment, no 30-year debt trap. Straight cash. That is a different level of money. And you see, when Americans go to Africa with the mindset of I got US dollars, I got money, they often get humbled because you will walk into a neighborhood, see massive mansion, luxury cars, gated compounds, and you will assume, oh, these people must be in debt like us. But no, they own that outright. They built it themselves, and when you tell them you are still making monthly payments on your house, on your car, even on your phone, they will look at you sideways like, oh, you are poor. Because in their eyes, wealth is about ownership, not access to credits. Let's talk about the cultural psychology here. In America, the system pushes you into debt. From the moment you are 18, they start mailing you credit card applications. They sell you the dream of the American dream. But the reality is the American debt plan. You are told that in order to live well, you must borrow. You are told it's normal to spend your life paying the bank. But in Africa, the mentality is different. They did rather wait, save, and build piece by piece than own the bank for decades. That is why you see a lot of African buildings, homes, brick by brick over a years. They don't mind because once it's finished, it's theirs, no one can take it away. This is why I say people in Africa, they really got money. They really got money. Not that paper debt type of money Americans brag about. Real ownership, real asset, land that can't be taken, houses that can't be foreclosed, cars that can't be repurposed, even down to the iPhone in their pocket, is not on a payment plan. They walked into the store and bought it cash. That is real money. Now, let's go deeper into why this matters, because wealth is not just about what you have, it's about how secured it is. In America, people are living with the illusion of wealth. The house can be taken if you miss a few payments. The car can be repurposed if you miss a few payments a month. Even your phone can be shut off if you don't pay. That is not wealth. That is slavery to the system. But in Africa, once everything is yours, is truly yours. No one is sending you a bill every 30 days reminding you that you don't fully own it. And this difference creates two types of mentalities. In America, people live in constant stress. You might be sitting in $1 million home, but you know every month you own the bank. That stress never goes away. In Africa, when someone is sitting in their house, they are at peace because they don't own anybody for it. And peace of mind, that is wealth too. Now, I am not saying Africa doesn't have poverty. Of course it does. Every region does. But the people who have money have real money, and that is what Americans don't realize. The African elite, the African middle class, even working class people who grind when they own something, they own it. And let's not forget land. In America, the average person will never own land free and clear. Even when you own your home, you are still paying property taxes for life. Miss those and the government can still take it. But in Africa, when you buy a land, that is generational. That is something you pass down. That is why you see entire families building compounds. That is why you see Africans abroad always sending money back home to build. Because they know ownership of land and property back home is a real wealth. So when I hear people in America bragging about their lifestyle, I can't help but laugh sometimes, because if the bank owns your home, the finance company owns your car, and the cell carrier owns your phone, until you finish paying it off, then what do you really own? You are a renter of your own life. But in Africa, when someone shows you what they have, you know it's theirs. No middleman, no debt, just cash. But, and let me be very clear here, this is not about romanticizing Africa. This is not romanticizing Africa. It's about exposing the illusion of America has sold to you its people. America convinces you that debt is wealth. Africa proves to you that ownership is wealth. And that difference, that is why you will see someone in Africa with a house half the size of an American home. But in reality, they are richer than the America because they own it. This is what people need to understand. Wealth is not about you drive, where you live, or what you wear. It's about ownership, freedom, and security. And when you compare the two systems, Africa is teaching us a lesson America is desperately need to learn. So the next time you look at Africa and think poor continent, remember this: many of them owe what you are still paying for. Many of them are living in homes the banks can't take, driving cars no poor man can touch, holding land that you will stay in their family for generations. That is wealth. That is freedom. That is power. And that is why I will keep saying it. People in Africa really got money.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright, lovely. See you when I upload the next video.